Good evening and thank you for joining us. Carly, we've been talking about this all week really, and it's do or die time in more ways than one. We've got that big game tonight and then that deadline tomorrow.
Yeah, talk about a crucial 24 hours for the Lloydminster Bobcats, and it's tough because the team is in Grand Prairie, so we can't be there to support them, but certainly we're wishing them all the best. And it's a big night. They've got to keep their playoff dreams alive, and they've got to deal with this looming distraction in the background that March 4th deadline, which is tomorrow for the team being up for sale and moving to Whitecourt. That hits tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow, well, we'll see what happens with that, definitely. And Gerard, pretty nice day out there today.
Yeah, nice day, warmer temperatures. Maybe it augurs well for Bobcats later on this evening or whatever happens tomorrow. I don't know, but nice day definitely, and looking forward to a nicer evening too. We're still concerned about the wind chills. Let's have a look at it right about now, please, because look at those temperatures. Minus 14 in the Lakeland, minus 16 out in the Battlefords. We've got some precipitation later on to deal with, but I mean, as you just look at it there, yeah, let's look at it proper. 66% humidity. The winds out of the west-northwest at 15 kilometers per hour. The wind chill at minus 27, so we'll take that as a given. We're still outside the normals for this time of year, and we'll update you on the situation for later on this evening. In the meantime, Jacob, back to you.
The Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority has elected a new chief. Recent turmoil has members of the town's fire station divided, but as Clayton Brown explains, officials are hoping the change in leadership will help the department move forward.
It was announced Tuesday night Daryl Cheyenne will take over as the new fire chief of the Bonnyville station.
Looking forward to the challenges and opportunities, both individually and as a group here, to get the fire department back into the community as a positive aspect.
It's been 3 months since 14 firefighters walked off from the Bonnyville department, and finally the situation may be coming to a close.
There was 2 gentlemen that were vying for the position of station fire chief. Lawrence Ference withdrew from the competition, and Daryl Cheyenne was in essence elected by acclamation.
Lawrence Ference, one of the 14 firemen to walk off in December, says he pulled out of the election because of the time commitment, among other concerns.
There is some philosophical differences yet remain between some senior members of the board and myself and what it's going to take to rebuild the department.
With the new chief in place, the Bonnyville Regional Fire Authority and the station look to put the recent issues behind.
Our job here is to provide fire protection to the people that live, work, and travel through this area. And that's what the staff in Station 5 is going to focus on as they move forward.
Daryl Cheyenne has 19 years experience as a firefighter, and upon ratification from the regional board, he will take over from the interim chief on March 10th. In Bonnyville, Clayton Brown, Newcap News.
The past year has been an interesting one for people touched by multiple sclerosis. Clinical testing for a controversial procedure has begun in Canada, and as Jack Haskins explains, an increased push for awareness has left a sense of optimism for the future.
The Lloydminster chapter of the MS Society held its annual general meeting last night. The vice president of the Alberta division made an appearance at the event.
This is where members and new members can come to have a voice and to be heard, and also to take part in the process of being involved as a board member and helping work with the society at all its levels.
Wheeler believes that the gains made by the MS community last year will impact the medical developments in 2011.
We're excited because we believe, and I certainly believe, that the answers to a lot of the questions on this are out there, and they're out there in the form of the many studies that are underway.
The Lloydminster MS Society was backed with strong local support last year. Members are hoping that the trend will continue for years to come.
I think people need to become much more aware of MS and the numbers of people that it affects, and to get on side with us. We need to find a cure.
A key fundraising event for the local chapter is just over the horizon. Organizers are hopeful that people of the border city will jump on board the cause.
Well, the MS Walk is our biggest fundraiser. What we do is we ask everyone to come out, have themselves or their family or their friends sponsor everyone, because every step works our way towards a cure.
The MS Walk will take place on April 16th at Bud Miller Park. Jack Haskins, Newcap News.
The Barr Colony Heritage Cultural Centre got a boost this week when City Council agreed to allocate $85,000 for a new redevelopment plan. As Whitney Stinson reports, the initiative started out as a standard facility assessment, but it's turned into much more.
This section of the Barr Colony Centre has been closed for almost a year. These late 60s era structures weren't built for four-season use and have met their life's end. All these artifacts aren't able to be displayed now, leaving museum goers with one less exhibit option.
There's a huge demand. Our visitors want to see that collection, and they are very disappointed when that can't happen.
The city did an infrastructure assessment to try to remedy that problem.
But then as a result of that, if we're doing that, we're saying, what are we all about? What is the Barr Colony Heritage Centre all about in 2011 and beyond?
Now they've teamed up with Lord Cultural Resources, a Canadian company recognized for its specialization in museum and cultural planning. With its guidance, the Barr Colony Centre is asking for community input and involvement to help recreate the facility from scratch.
This is not just about facility and infrastructure. It's about what we're doing here, what exhibits we wish to continue with, how we want to interpret them, how we want to present them for our visitors, and how we can relate programming to those collections as well.
Not only the cultural center itself, then how does it look in the overall master plan for the cultural center for Weaver Park, where it is right now in Lloydminster. So council can then make an informed decision as to where best to put monies into that.
They say this redevelopment plan marks a new era for the museum. No display is off limits for discussion. Officials are looking forward to what the community has to say about the long-running exhibits and hope that with their help, they can recreate a new look here that will ignite residents' interest.
It's about local adaptation and input into the process. It's about making this cultural center relevant to our community and within our community and the region as well.
Whitney Stinson, Newcap News.
There was hot chili and even hotter street hockey action at SGI in Lloydminster this afternoon. We'll have that story and more coming up after the break.